in fact, VVPAT was created exactly for that reason.
It has got double-edged weapon, this model code of conduct. Election Commission should have taken more firmly.
Would you agree to the charge by Mayawati, and now others have also joined in, Mr. Kejriwal has also suggested that there is something lacking in the sense that maybe possibly the VVPAT is the answer to that. But would you agree that some kind of transparency, more transparency is required?
Yes, in fact, VVPAT was created exactly for that reason, transparency. Because even Mr. Subramanian Swamy, who had taken us to the Supreme Court, said that I am not saying that elections have been manipulated in the past. All I am asking that they should be transparent, and which was a point very well taken. And we informed the Supreme Court that we were already working on it. In fact, both our factories were already working on it. And sometime in the middle of 2011, we conducted a dry run and a full day dry run at 5 places, 5 climatic zones. Kerala for coastal area,
Leh,
Jaisalmer, Rajasthan, Leh, mountain, Delhi, normal, and near Cherrapunji for the Meghalaya for rain. And there were bugs, 40% bugs, because our concern in delaying this was that since VVPAT is an electromechanical device which has moving parts. Now, a solid state machine doesn't get out of order so easily as a moving part machine will. And to give you a very clear example, if you see your calculator which hasn't gone wrong in 5 years, and remember your printer, how many times it jammed last week. That is the difference. I was looking at the judgment, Supreme Court judgment, only to write your article, Vanditaji. So there very clearly, it has given a direction to the government. Number one, Supreme Court commended the Election Commission for a very positive role itself, that when we told them that we are already doing it. And then the direction is only to the government to make funds available. Now 3,500 crores and I was reading in one paper, Indian Express, only about 6 or 7 letters have gone to the government. Government is not responding, and it will take some time to manufacture. 2019 election is not away, and CEC has said that it will take at least 30 months for the remaining machines. Now, what is the delay? 3,500 is peanuts for fairness of an election, for a transparency, credibility of election. That is something which government should look at very seriously immediately. What are they doing?
So this is with regard to model code of conduct. एक तरह से past previous election commissioners have argued against statutory backing to the MCC कि वो process लंबा हो जाता है, एक legal process में चला जाता है, while MCC gives us the immediate power to censure a politician or a party, which will have an effect. But so now when we look at things, at least the last few elections, the censure, EC censure seems to have no effect on the party or the candidate at all, because they continue. I'm just saying, for instance, we take Kejriwal's example. He was repeatedly censured for repeating his remarks on bribery, and when he encouraged voters to accept bribe and vote for AAP. That seemed to have no effect. I mean, would you still maintain that the EC is better off without statutory backing to MCC at this point in this thing?
Ritika, of course, it has got double-edged weapon, this model code of conduct. But to be frank, I mean, what I felt in the Election Commission during last 5 years, it will be always better for Election Commission to have this, once you make the MCC a part of the legal statute backing, then the problem is that you start losing grip over the situation, because somebody has to file a complaint before a police station, XYZ court. Once it goes to court, then you are finished, you are stuck up. But whereas if it is a model code of conduct, still continues under your command and control.
Statutory backing of model code is very, very misleading and very mischievous suggestion. And prima facie, when you hear this, from a politician, you think, what an honest politician, they want to give legal support to you. Basically, they want to take out your teeth. Now, in fact, Manish broke a story. You know, my policy used to be after one major interview, instead of hopping on every TV channel, which I didn't like, so after one major interview for 15 days, I would keep a Maun Vrat, which all the media people respected. I was in that Maun Vrat when he brought to me a notice of the parliamentary committee, committee of committee of ministers, a group of ministers meeting, which was discussing giving us legal power. He came to me, I said कि इस पे तो मैं बोलूँगा, मैंने कहा ये तो fraud है, ये तो धोखा है, basically they want to take it out from us, because then if there is a violation, we surely will file an FIR, but the result will come through the court after 15 years and 20 years. At least when we issue a moral code, the authority should not be undermined. When we issue a notice to a politician, it is a headline in your newspapers which affects his public image. Then next day he writes an apology, which is the second day's headline, which this is a very healthy debate.
You talked about a country getting into hate mode whenever there is an election. And election commission keeps a watch on what people say. I was listening to 8-9 speeches of the new chief minister of UP, Yogi Adityanath, and I felt that each word he said would attract 153. And it's everywhere. The entire speeches. Even Prime Minister talks about communal things, openly in election rallies. So, where is Election Commission? What will Election Commission do? Why don't you guys then have everybody do hate speech? So you were talking about if you get these if there's an FIR filed, it will take 20 years in court. What is the way out then? Because both things are it's a trap. If you get those powers, nothing will happen for 20 years. If you don't have that, nobody takes you seriously.
It is definitely in my opinion, Election Commission should have taken more firmly. The stand should have been more strong by the Election Commission of India, because there is a violation. Violation is a violation. I think the Election Commission ought to have taken more stronger stand on this issue, because ultimately it will be noted everywhere in the whole country will be seen